We need to be focused on innovating, making sure that our most elegant, sophisticated weapon systems outmatch those of any adversary. So Indiana's punching above its weight.
Well, Indiana Senator Todd Young on one of many ways Hoosier innovation playing a key role in the U.S. defense sector as the nation's military engages in war in the Middle East. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. As developments unfold in Iran, we're taking a look in this week's show at Indiana's massive footprint in the military and defense sector, military installations, manufacturing, research, logistics, growth in hypersonics, microelectronics. It all adds up to some $6.5 billion going into the Indiana economy annually, supporting more than 60,000 jobs. NSA Crane in south central Indiana contributing more than half of that number. Crane, the third largest naval installation in the world. Adjacent to Crane in Bloomfield, the work is beginning on a Department of Defense funded munitions campus, expected to attract some $600 million in private investment and potentially thousands of jobs.
And committed hundreds of millions of dollars to what will be a nearly 500-acre munitions campus. Prometheus will be a leader in the production of solid rocket motors, which are vital for critical munitions that are increasingly in short supply. We desperately need to expand our munitions production if we're going to deter future conflict with China and our other adversaries around the world.
The capabilities developed here will directly enhance warfighter readiness, ensuring that they have a decisive advantage to deter and, if necessary, to defeat any adversary.
And Indiana's role in cutting-edge technology continues to grow. Indiana Senator Todd Young, a leader in Indiana's recently being designated as one of 9 U.S. drone test sites.
That is leading to all sorts of drone manufacturers contacting the state saying, hey, we're very interested in Indiana now because you can iteratively test different designs at this drone test bed, which will intersect with Camp Atterbury and that area. And we think a lot of Hoosiers will be gainfully employed in coming years building the latest, greatest drone. Indiana is best in class when it comes to biopharma. We're also best in class when it comes to ag bioscience. But one area that our country really needs for national security purposes, and we are exquisitely poised to offer, is bioindustrial expertise and biomanufacturing.
For more now on Indiana's role as a major driver in the defense sector, pleased to be joined by Applied Research Institute Executive VP of Public Affairs, Trevor Foughty. And Trevor, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Hey, first of all, to tee things up, Applied Research Institute, you do a lot of really high-level things. Give us the thumbnail description of the organization.
Yeah, so on one hand, we work closely with the Department of War and with Crane to help find innovative commercial solutions and innovators that can meet the challenges they face. We also run several technical programs in areas that Senator Young just mentioned, like microelectronics, like biotech, and like the drone test site that the state just won.
Oh, as we were talking off camera, the war in the Middle East, a lot of very obvious connections right back to Indiana, right?
That's right. I mean, you can look at what's happened here in the opening week. F-35 has become the dominant jet that our military uses. A lot of those components made right here in Indianapolis by Rolls-Royce. What excites me more is when you look at the use of drones, which is not just a shift in paradigm and technology, but also a shift in how the department is acquiring new technologies, which I think could have a lot of benefit for Indiana.
Yeah, Todd Young is really high on this drone potential, especially the manufacturing piece that could hit home here in Indiana.
That's right, and as we worked with the state and Senator Young to develop that drone test site proposal, we tried to constantly remind ourselves the test site is a means, not an end. And ultimately, Indiana has a lot to offer as the military shifts back more to a World War II arsenal of democracy style strategy. There's a lot of growth here for Indiana.
When people think of technology and defense technology, they think of Silicon Valley. Should they start thinking more about Indiana?
Absolutely, right? When you look at some of the technologies that Crane is involved in, whether that's hypersonics, microelectronics, now drones, the Drone Dominance Program Office is based there at Crane. Just a lot of high-tech stuff coming out of the state and will be manufactured in the state.
We mentioned a lot of the assets, this new munitions campus, that's getting a lot of national attention, right? Putting it in Indiana. As we segue to universities and the importance of universities, Purdue, Notre Dame, I know IU's involved as well. How important is that university piece?
Yeah, that's where a lot of your fundamental discovery is going to come from when you look at things like the munitions campus and energetics and what it means for synthetic biology and maybe some technologies being worked on at IU or Purdue or Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Those initial discoveries are going to come out of that sector.
When you look at what's needed, what's missing, as you look at the big picture, as Indiana pursues more defense funding, and by all indications, there's going to be a lot more investment and spending in the defense sector, what's missing here in Indiana? What's needed?
Yeah, I think as you look at the state, we have some pockets of defense activity, right? You have things in Fort Wayne, centered around L3 Harris, some other companies. You've got a pocket around Crane. I think what we're moving towards is a more unified vision for the state, right? Governor Braun laid a lot of that out in his executive order for drone dominance. All the assets we have, how do we bring those together so that we can really help transition technology more quickly to the warfighter?
Drone developments will definitely be something we'll be keeping an eye on. Trevor Foughty with the Applied Research Institute, great perspective. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having us.
All right. Well, as we mentioned earlier during our discussion with Trevor, IBJ Media is the media partner for the Midwest Defense Innovation Summit. It's April 8th and 9th at the Crown Plaza at Union Station in downtown Indianapolis. There'll be a lot of people there really cued in and to this whole defense sector and what the potential is for Indiana. To register, go to ibj.com and click on events. Well, as the defense sector grows in south central Indiana, so does the need for housing. Greene County leaders currently evaluating properties based on location, infrastructure, and readiness.
Ever since we started working on this project and it became more of a reality that, hey, Greene County could win this, we were like, where are we going to put everyone? So housing has been a major focus because we definitely want to keep as many as we can here in Greene County, and just what it will do for the schools and amenities will just, it's hard to wrap my brain around.